Good morning, student. Today we will start our chapter 8, that is India is my country. Before starting the chapter, thought of the day is student, good and do good and good will come to you. What is the thought of the day is do good and good will come to you. So student, let me start our chapter from warm up activities. It is on page number 41. India, my country. Okay, now here is warm up activity. Write the first letters of things given in pictures in the boxes. Okay, so identify the pictures one by one, student. First picture, it, it is ice cream. So we write it I. And then nest. So we write it here N. And then dog. So we write it here D. And this is ink. We write it here I. Then apple. We write it here A. So spelling is INDIA, India. India, our chapter name is India is my country. So it is very good activity. Identify the pictures and write the first letter of the things. Okay. Now student, start the chapter. India is a beautiful country. There are high mountains, dense forests, large plateaus and vast plains and hot deserts. There are many rivers flowing within the country. There are long coastlines and beautiful beaches. It also has rows of islands in the sea. So student, everybody know, we know India is very beautiful country. Why it so? Why it is beautiful country? Because here is a variety of the things like mountains, dense forest, and in dense forest so many types of forests in India. Mangrove forest, deciduous forest, stone forest, okay, tidal forest, okay, and then large plateau. Large plateau, the plateau it is very large, so it is divided into two parts, Deccan Plateau and Highlands Plateau. Okay, and then vast plains. Exactly, it is very vast plain. It is start from Himalaya in the north and then bounded by the Deccan Plateau in the south. Okay, there are many rivers flowing within the country. Yes, here is so many rivers and in tributaries and distributaries in the India, and there are long coastline. Yes, here is very long coastline and beautiful beaches are also here. Okay, so student, for this we move on next page and understand the things. Okay, move. Yes, here is a map. Through this map, I will explain main physical features in India. First is northern plains. Okay, student. Now here is northern plains. Look at here. This is the northern plain. It start from here to here, north to east. Okay. So, student, what is a plain? A plain is large area of flat land with few trees. Okay. Now, student, northern plain are located just below the Himalayas. Here is Himalaya. It is just below the Himalaya and get water from the rivers that flow from these mountains. So student, you know Ganga river, Yamuna river and Brahmaputra river, and such type of river is flow here. As a result, the soil here is very fertile. Because of water, soil is very fertile in plains. Okay. Now, after that, second topic is mountains. Mountains start from north and then and in east. Okay, this is mountains. Himalayas, a range of mountains covered by snow, are located along northern India, and we call it a very high hills. We call it mountains. very high hills of mountain. A range of mountains. Range of mountain means, student, these are the range of mountains. Okay, so range of mountains covered by snow, because the hills are very high, so these are covered by snow and are located along northern India. It is a northern India. Okay, student. Okay, move on. Next point. Desert. This is desert. So, student, desert is very dry, sandy area with few or no plants growing in it. We call it desert. Student, the desert or Great Indian Desert, Thar Desert, it's located toward the west of India because it is a western part of. Now, first of all, I will describe direction: north, east, west and south. So, student, Thar Desert or the Great Indian Desert is located toward the west of India, Okay, and it is dry and hot area. Camels are an important means of transport here. Okay, these are the physical features of India, student. Now on, and this is a physical map of India. Okay, and then after Southern Plateau. Okay, Southern Plateau. Southern Plateau is located where it is? It is here. And again, north, west, east and south. These are the direction, student, and Deccan Plateau is here. Why we call it Southern Plateau? Because Southern Plateau is located toward the south of India. That's why we call it the Southern Plateau. Okay. Now, plateau is basically a flat land which is higher than the surrounding land. It is a flat land like this. Okay, now student, a plateau is basically a flat land which is higher, it is a higher, okay, than the surrounding land. This plateau is also known as Deccan Plateau. Okay, because Deccan Plateau word is coming from the Dakshin, that's why we call it the Deccan Plateau. And now important thing is this, here plateau is a basically a flat land and we call it a tableland also. Okay, then move on. Next point. Coastal plains. Student, coastal plain, the plateau is surrounded by the coastal plain. Coastal plain is this. These are the coastal plains. Okay. Now these are the coastal plains which are located both in the east and west of India. This is the west and this is the east. Okay, so which are located both in the east and west of India. The southern part of India is also referred as a peninsula. This part is also referred as a peninsula. Why it's so? Because peninsula is a piece of land that has water on three sides. That's why we call it the peninsula. So student, coastal plain is flat piece of low-lying land next to the ocean. Okay, now repeat. Coastal plain is flat piece of low-lying land next to the ocean. We call it the coastal plain because coastal plain is flat piece of low-lying land next to the ocean. That's why we call it coastal plains. Okay, now next topic. Island region. Island region. Student, island. Apart from these, there are a couple of islands group. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Where it is? Here it is. Okay. And Andaman and Nicobar Island, Lakshadweep Island. The former is located in the Bay of Bengal and latter is located in the Arabian Sea. These are the islands. So student, it is very interesting chapter because everything in it, physical features, Physical feature here is mountains, plains, Great Indian deserts, southern plateau, coastal plains, and island region. Okay, student. Now, student, one important thing is island. Two types of islands is here. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are in the east of the Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep Island are to the west in the Arabian Sea. Okay. Okay, student. Okay. Now for this, we move on next page. Here is Northern Mountains. These are the Northern Mountains because it is start from north and then east and little bit in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Now northern mountains is the north are very high. Mountains in the north are very high. Which mountain is here? Himalaya. So it is very high. There are two mountain range. There are two mountain ranges, the Himalayas and the Karakoram mountain range. Mount Forest, the world's higher mountain peak, is located in the Himalayas. Okay, the Himalayas are also starting point of many important rivers like Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra. Okay, that's why I am explain this before it. Okay, so the northern mountains in the north are very high. There are two type of mountain ranges, Himalayas and the Karakoram mountain range, and Mount Everest, the world highest mountain peak in the world. The Himalayas are also a starting point of many important rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra river. It is very cold in the mountains. There is growth of plants in the peaks, with they are always covered with snow. There are thick forests in the slopes. Below at the foothills, tall grasses grow. Animals like elephant, tiger, and deer are found here. Very few people live in this region. Now, student, it is very simple. We are study about the northern mountain Himalayas, and this mountain start from north and is very high, and there are two mountain ranges are there, first Himalayas and second in Karakoram mountain range, and Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak, and few rivers are starting from here. Ganga river start from Gangotri glacier, and Yamuna river start from Yamunotri glacier, and Brahmaputra river also. Okay, so because of high peaks, this area is very cold, and so growth of plants in the peak, they are always covered with snow because of cold weather. Okay, and cold climate. And for this there are thick forests in the slope below at the foothills. Okay, students, so word is here foothills. What it mean? It means areas at the bottom of the mountains, we call it the foothills. Area bottom of the mountains, we call it the foothills. Okay, so I hope student you understand. Thank you so much to listening me. Bye everyone.